And we're back with the 9th chapter of the Spell of the Sorcerer's Skull, which will probably wrap up in this video. Sorry, I was watching the other one and realized I called it House with a Clock in Its Walls. That it is John Bellairs' most famous book. Anywho, we are outside of this little chapel that the professor is in. He has forgotten who he is, still remembers all about history. He thinks that it's his birthday and something nice is going to happen to him. Father Higgins has run off to get some alcohol that he thinks will snap the professor out of it, but he's been gone for a long time, and Fergie thinks Johnny should go after him, and Johnny has had to confess about his twisted ankle. "I didn't want you guys to make me go back," said Johnny miserably, "and anyway, I thought it might get better, but it hasn't. It feels awful." Fergie groaned. He stared helplessly up at the rain. "Well then, I guess I better go," he said, heaving a disgusted sigh. "You stay here and make sure the prof doesn't turn into a bat and fly away. See you later, John baby." And with that, Fergie took off, running, imitating Father Higgins. He vaulted the turnstile and went galloping off into the gloom. Johnny watched him go. Now both of his friends had vanished into the night. Johnny felt the sick taste of fear rising in his throat. What if they were gone for good? What if something was swallowing up the people on this island, one by one? No, that couldn't possibly be. He was allowing his imagination to run away with him. Fidgeting and peering anxiously around, he limped back and forth in front of the chapel door. With each step he took, it felt as if somebody were shooting red-hot needles into his ankle. "Oh well," thought Johnny, "he'll take my mind off the other stuff I'm worried about." But he couldn't get rid of his worries that easily. As soon as he stopped walking, they came flooding back. Feverishly he went over in his mind things that could possibly have happened to Father Higgins. What if he had wandered into the ocean accidentally and had gotten drowned? Johnny was a very good worrier. He could dream up dozens of ghastly things that might have happened to Father Higgins. Minutes dragged past, the wind blew, and more rain pelted down. Johnny thought of the song the professor always sang when it was raining. "When and that I was a little tiny boy, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy. For the rain it raineth every day, with a hey-ho, the wind and the—" "Oh, come on, somebody!" Johnny yelled into the wind. "Please come back." No answer came. Johnny was in an agony of indecision. What should he do? If Fergie and Father Higgins were in trouble, shouldn't he go and rescue them? Around his neck he wore the silver crucifix with the fragments of the true cross embedded in it. This was what had saved him from a horrible death just a few short hours ago. It was hard to believe that Father Higgins had come out of this island with his pockets crammed full of sacred things that would ward off evil forces in demonic shapes. So maybe he, John Dixon, was the one who could save the day. Maybe he ought to dash back to the boat. It wouldn't take long, or would it? He remembered his bad ankle. What if it was just sprained? What if it was not just sprained, but broken? What if he collapsed from the pain on the way to the boat? Hundreds of what-ifs came leaping into Johnny's mind. He was so nervous and frustrated and frightened that he wanted to scream. Unzipping his jacket, he reached inside and closed his hand around the lump of cloth that held the silver crucifix. And at that moment, Johnny heard a sound behind him, a strange, unearthly sound that was like the hinges of 100 doors creaking, and men and women and children groaning in agony. Johnny's hand relaxed its grip on the crucifix. Slowly he turned around, and what he saw gave him the shock of his life. And that is the end of Chapter 9.